Hey, what's up and welcome to whynotmake.com. We are always doing fun projects, and today's project is something that people have asked me how to do because I showed a final result of a boombox where I had actually added an Amazon Echo, so you could say, Alexa, what time is it? And the boombox would answer. That is something that was awesome and it worked great, but I didn't show how to do it, so people had asked me how to do it, and now we're going to show you. First thing you need is a boombox. In my case, I'm using this old, I think, Zenith boombox that I actually got yesterday at a estate auction for not much money, luckily, and it worked. So that's the first starting point. Finding a boombox that works is going to make your life easier because you need it to work to do this project. What you're also going to be looking for is it's going to make your life easier if you find a boombox with an auxiliary input, which in this case you'll see the two RCA, the left and right inputs, and it obviously also has a auxiliary input on the selection. So what that's going to let you do is be able to add that Amazon Echo device internally without having to do a lot of other rewiring. If you want to add an auxiliary input to a existing boombox that doesn't have that input built into it, you can do that, and I've shown a video on how to add Bluetooth to a working boombox, but you are gonna have to use the cassette channel on the amplifier, so you're going to eliminate the ability to use cassettes when you do that. In this case, we're gonna have a boombox that has the radio working, the cassette working, and then also has built-in Amazon Alexa. Last thing you're gonna look for, in my case, something I look for, I think I'm the only one doing this, so I don't know who else is looking for this, but I like to find a boombox that has a very prominent line meter, so that you can actually see as the music or the Alexa talks to you, you can actually see visually the audio signal there. All right, the other things you're going to need for this project are your tools, but in addition, I like to add a rechargeable battery to the old boomboxes that I work on because it allows me to eliminate the need for all the big D cell batteries. I will gloss over this a little bit because I do have a separate video just showing how to add a rechargeable battery pack to a working boombox. If you want links to any of the parts, go to whynotmake.com and you can actually see the list of the components I use and get links to purchase them if you want to. This is the Amazon Echo input device. This is sold by Amazon, and it is going to allow us to speak with Alexa. The nice part about this is it's small form factor. It doesn't have any speaker or amplification in itself. So all you have is a micro USB input for power and then a 3.5 millimeter little jack so that you can line out. When you are powering the Amazon Echo and the boombox from the same power supply, you're going to get some feedback. So I recommend using a ground loop isolator, which is just an inline device that we're going to plug in to get rid of that ground loop. All right. Oh, the other thing we're going to do is we're going to use a linear voltage regulator because this battery is going to output 12 volts and this Amazon Echo takes 5 volts. So we need to actually output 12 volts to the boombox and then split that and then reduce that voltage down to power the Amazon Echo. We're going to use a USB cord here that we will end up chopping up so that we can get just the micro part of it off. So as we get started, we pulled all the knobs off the front here, and that allowed us to remove the front case. In this boombox, this particular one, it actually has the front case come off and the rear, which is what we need access to. So we've pulled the screws out and I've been able to pull off the back. A lot of times you'll have the antenna disengage when you remove part of the case. Just note where that pin is on the board so you can make sure that you plug that back in. All right, and at this point you're actually ready to wire in your audio signal so that you can connect that Amazon Echo to the boombox. Cut the cord and strip the wires, find out which one's your left, which one's your right positive and your ground, and then solder those into the
appropriate solder pads inside the boombox. Use your multimeter to figure those out, and that way you can basically internally wire that auxiliary input and not have to plug anything into the back. Alright, once you have the audio signal hooked up, you're going to be able to get your battery wired. And so in my case, again, I'm using a 12 volt lithium ion rechargeable battery pack, and I am wiring that directly into the boombox, and then I am using a voltage regulator to step that also down to 5 volts to feed the Amazon Echo. So I've got 12 volts going to the boombox and 5 volts going to the Echo. And I've got everything wired and using a little hot glue to get everything to sit inside and stay in place. I've got the battery and the Amazon Echo input actually in the existing battery compartment, which I didn't take out the springs or anything because I kind of wanted to leave everything original in case I ever wanted to take this all back out. But it works, and we'll have a little demonstration. I had to do one thing, which was cut a little bit of the plastic in the battery compartment out just to make sure, but once we plug the antenna back in, we can make sure that we've got everything to fit back together, and so it all looks original, and we'll put the screws in and give it a test.
Alexa, play Danger Zone.
Danger Zone from Top Gun original soundtrack by Kenny Loggins on Amazon Music.
Alexa, what time is it?
It's 4:44 p.m.
Much more. Guy